from Let's Chit Chat UK. This is the right space to explore real-life issues affecting real people. We provide professional counseling to individuals, couples, organization, schools, church, and others. Follow, share, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Let's Chit Chat UK. Let's Chit Chat UK live stream. Hey, I'm Pastor Cecile Abba, a counsellor by profession from Let's Chit Chat UK. This is the right space to explore real-life issues affecting real people. We provide professional counseling to individuals, couples, organization, schools, church, and others. Follow, share, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Let's Chit Chat UK. Let's Chit Chat UK live stream. Hey, I'm Pastor Cecile Abba, a counsellor by profession from Let's Chit Chat UK. This is the right space to explore real-life issues affecting real people. We provide professional counseling to individuals, couples, organization, schools, church, and others. Follow, share, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Let's Chit Chat UK.
Hello, dear friends. We are back again. This is Let's Chit Chat, and this is Pastor Cecile, and this is my co-Richard. Richard?
A warm welcome. Good evening, Cecile, and good evening, all those out there on a cold Saturday night in the midst of December.
It is cold indeed. Let's go. Let's chit chat. Let's chit chat.
Absolutely. What's the topic tonight?
The topic tonight is: can men and women be platonic relation? Can they be platonic friends? Is there any such thing as men and women being platonic friends? So that's our topic tonight, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Please share, subscribe, and follow us. And that's our topic. Richard, what do you think?
I've got a personal opinion based off personal experiences, but I have a wealth of friends and anecdotes which suggest, should I say, something different. My personal take is, of course, men and women can be friends, the best of friends indeed. But I think it a mindset, a particular mindset, attitude, confidence, and dare I say, maturity to ensure men and women remain quality, good, bona fide friends. There is the flip side where some people will find it difficult for a variety of personal reasons and other reasons, whereby a woman, the flowing locks, the eyelashes, the face, the dress code, the aura, the certain je ne sais quoi will make it difficult, particularly for men. But I'd like your take. Women, maybe they find it difficult to be strictly friends with a handsome, intelligent, good-looking man such as myself. But what say you?
Wow. Oh, wow. This is very good. Thank you so much, Richard, for your opinion and comment. I will say for the first time, you and I, for the first time, probably we're going to have the same view or similar view on this topic for the first time. So I will definitely agree. Yes, men and women can be strictly friends. Strictly friends. The reason I'm saying strictly friends because in life you might have friends that you want to bounce back on when you have issues, friends that you want an honest opinion without being biased. You need friends that you want to talk to about things that are a bit too difficult to discuss elsewhere. So yes, I do agree that men and women can be strictly friends. And the reason why I will agree it is with my own personal experience. I check myself, for instance, I happen to know myself that I'm more friends with men than women. For some reason, I do get along very well with men. Most of my friends, they really men. Men are easy to get on with. Men are easy to get on, to talk to liaise with, to just communicate on the street. Either it might be just business, it might be just simple friendship, it might just be simple communication. So it's very easy. I'm hearing quite a lot of noise. I don't know if they're coming from your
Oh,
side or on my side. It's quite
it's
a
from
lot
this
of
side. It's
noise.
from this side.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So yes, so it is very, very much possible to be friends with men. As a woman, it's very possible. But I will say at the same time, if you're going to be a friend with a man on opposite sex of you, you're going to be friend with them opposite. If you're going to be friends with them, you need to know, it's one thing, you need to know your boundaries. You need to know your limitations.
Very much so.
You need to have your stand. So once you have your boundary, you have your limitations, you have your stand, you have the basis of that relationship, then things will work in the right order. But if you don't have your boundary, you don't know your boundary, you don't know your stand, you don't know your limitations, it's really difficult to, I would say on that instance, it's very difficult to be friends. I'm still hearing a lot of noise. I don't know, so for some reason.
There is a distraction. I'm just trying to get to a little silence in the court. It happens to my
Yeah. And
yes.
I actually see your screen is quite blur. I don't know, for some reason I'm not seeing you very well.
You not see me so well. Would you like to see me in my entirety?
I'd love to
My
see you,
shining
but
beauty.
you look a bit blur, a bit too much blur today. Yeah, that's fine. So we're still on this topic. Can men and women? There are many men out there who think that they cannot strictly be friends with women. There are many women who also out there think men and women cannot strictly be friends. I don't know, for some reason or some assumption, if you're a woman and you're strictly friend with a man, many people might see it as if it's not possible. And again, many men might also see it as if it's not possible. And many women will see it as if it's strictly impossible to just be friends with a man. To me, it's not impossible, because from the time I ever remember myself, my first friends were men. Like my first friend in school were boys. Really, really first friend. I got on with them very well. We studied together. We pack our bags to go back home together. Everyone goes their own way. We come, we have lunch together. We sit on the same box. We discuss assignment. We discuss course. We discuss. So I got used to men so much so that to me, I find it easier. Actually, I find it so much easier to get on with men than to get on with women,
That's
because
fascinating.
from a younger age, I got on with men. I dealt with men. It's so much easy. If it's work, it's work. If it's chat, it's chat. There's no mixture of two together or confusion or misunderstanding.
Was there any point where you immediately set the boundaries? Were there any incidences or occasions where you found that you had to speak up or shift a little bit when somebody, a male, approached or said something? Or what was the certain chemistry that you had with so many men that there was no sexual frisson, no argy-bargy, no issues? What was the secret?
I will say that for instance, all the boys from younger age that I became friend with, and men, and I grew up like that. Many of them came as to trying to chat me away, take me out or something like that, wanted to be friends with me. But I turn it into, okay, you want to go out with me, I don't want to go out with you, let's just be friends, let's just chat, let's just communicate. So majority of them came with a different intention, or I could say an intention that, okay, we want to go out with you, or we want you to become more than just friends. But when I realized that, okay, no, I'm not going to go out with this person, but I really want to be friends with them. I would not want to lose them because of that reason. Or I think we can, there are many that didn't stick around. They departed, then it doesn't bother me. But there are many that I said, okay, you know what? We cannot go that kind of friend. We cannot have that kind of friendship. Let's just be normal friends. We are going to school together. We are studying together. We are learning together. So let's just be normal friends. So within that, you have to send them the right signal. You have to give them the right signal that, okay, you know what, we are just friends. Of course, human being, if you're just a friend with a man, of course, from time to time, they will kind of confuse things and mix things and trying to think that maybe because they are now closer with you, something will change. But you still stay in your boundary. You still say that, you know what, you are my friend, you're a good friend, we can chat, we can laugh. So you as you know your stand. That's what I said. You know your stand, you know your boundary, you know your limitations, you know what kind of friendship you want with the person. So if they do mix things up a bit, or they become a bit not settled in their mind, because people can easily be they can mix feelings easily. So it's up to you. You know your stand. You say to them, you know what, we are just friends. You are my best friend, I'm your best friend, so let's keep it that way. And let's go back to the books. If you are learning, let's go back to the books and we carry on learning. If we are studying, let's go back to our study. We carry on. So if we are dealing with business, let's go back to our business and you carry on dealing with business. So you don't make them feel any lesser as a human being, or you don't let them feel like you really have let them down, where they're going to feel embarrassed or shame or whatever. You make it in a way that they know that they can always even come to you and confide in you if they have an issue in their life or something that is difficult for them to handle.
You're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry anymore.
Oh,
My
don't
goodness
cry.
me. Oh,
Oh,
beautiful.
we miss our sister Elizabeth. I believe she's watching us. Hello, sister Elizabeth. If you're watching us tonight, yes.
Greetings, my sister.
Yeah, greetings. Yeah.
Saved by grace, Elizabeth.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, we are coming back to our topic tonight. Can men and women be platonic friends? Yes, that's where we are still on. Richard?
You were touching on a point there regarding your attitude and your actions regarding friends, males who may have been interested in you. Do you feel that they were not actually physically or mentally attractive to you? Did it make it any easier, the fact that you weren't actually attracted to them romantically? And if they didn't think you were actually romantically even minimally interested, do you think they might have privately thought, oh dear, well, maybe I'm not quite cutting the mustard?
No, it's not that. It's once you have put in your inner self that this person, I just want us to be friends, as friends, nothing more, nothing less, just friends, as good friends. We can depend on each other, we can rely on each other, we can support each other, we can just laugh together. Maybe I can be a shoulder for them to cry on if they have a problem. We are all human beings, we are not robots. I might look at them and say, oh, okay, this is a good looking boy, this is a good looking man. But at the same time, because I have set my boundary, not that the ugly people, not that the people that I cannot be attracted to. It's just that the situation, the circumstances, the moment or the time does not allow me to develop any friendship or any relationship. I'm not ready for any relationship. Maybe I'm in a relationship elsewhere and I cannot cross path the relationship, or this is just not on the environment, the situation, or the person, or I'm not prepared, anything on that line. So that will make me set my own boundaries to know that although this person is not a bad looking person, there's nothing wrong with them, their character, their behavior might be okay, I might even be attracted to them, but at the same time, in my inner soul, I have already set up in my mind that this is the kind of relationship that I want. So therefore, I'm in check with myself. I'm in tune with myself. I know what I want. And therefore, because of that, no matter the weaknesses of the person who might be so much attracted to me, so much in love with me, or so much wants to love me, I know their weaknesses, and I will not exploit it. I will not use it to my advantage. I know that somehow when they see me or they're closer to me, they're not quite themselves. I can feel it. I can understand it. Come on, when a man is in love with you, or the man loves you, or the man wants to go out with you, as a woman, you know it. Well, I know it. I can easily feel it. But at the same time, I will not use that to my advantage to
You
kind
are a
of
mature,
yeah. So
intelligent.
I will understand it, I will feel it, but I will brush it. I will not
Brush it.
allow, well, I will brush it. When I say I will brush it, I will not allow them to know that I know what's going on with them. I know their feeling. Because the minute you kind of like buy into that feeling, you make the person becomes more conscious of their feelings. You make them to become a bit more weaker of their feelings. You make them be a lot more in tune of what they're not getting, that they want to get from you. So for that reason, I make sure that I become the stronger one within the relationship. So I stand the stronger one, the one that will not allow us to go to that boundary. So I know that for that relationship, for our friendship to sustain or maintain, they depend on me because they're already weak. So they depend on me to be strong. And I have to depend on myself to be strong in that relationship. I don't know if that makes sense. So
It makes perfect sense.
so I know that I cannot fall. If I do fall into that, I mean, I'm letting them down and I'm letting myself down, because I know that obviously this relationship might not go far. This relationship, we might end up destroying a good friendship. We could have
My
been
goodness.
just good friends. The person might end up losing a good friend because of we have crossed the boundary. So I will rather be there for them and know that if there's crossing any issue, if something is difficult in their life, they can always call me anytime to speak to me. Spiritually, they can speak to me. Morally, they can speak to me with issues in their lives, in their family, their finances. They can speak to me. I will not use that as an advantage. I will use that as a good friend who might need someone to hear them, someone to listen to them. And remember, life is full of pressure. We get pressure everywhere. People get pressure from their marriage. People get pressure from their work. You might get pressure from your church. You might get pressure from your family. You might get pressure from society. You get pressures everywhere. So sometimes it's good to have a friends who can create a safe, how can I call it, a safe space for you. A space that you can just cry out, oh, this is happening, I don't know what to do. They will just listen to you and not tell you that you're right, or not tell you that the other person is right. They just listen and have a good laugh about it. It bounces you back again for you to go back to become yourself. So, yeah. What say you, Richard?
Can I speak now?
Yes, please.
I must say, fun and joke aside, I do enjoy these Saturday evenings and listening to you.
Let's chit chat.
Listening to you, that was a bit more than a chit or a chat. That was expounding of the highest order, and I can only salute. I must say, I mean, today you see, it's a case of, oh, you're welcome. It's a mug as opposed to a glass of wine. Apparently the word on the street in some circles was that I was flirting. Yes, last week apparently.
Really?
I was flirting. Yes, apparently people didn't actually believe or recognize that we were actually men and women who are actually two long time friends. Would you
Okay.
believe it?
Now we are talking about friendship. We are definitely talking about friendship.
Yes,
Now,
bear with me. I'm going to just charge. Keep talking.
for someone who might probably think that how can I say it? For someone who probably might think that we were flirting or you were flirting, sorry, not we. For someone who might think that you were flirting or you're probably flirting with me, this is an example. We are friends for many, 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 many years now. Probably more than 15 years. We've been friends. We've been very good friends, and we're still very good friends. You've been talking to me for years, and I've been talking to you for years. I've been a listening ears for you for years, and I will love to say that you also been a listening ears for me for years. So, and we're still good friends up to today. We have not crossed any boundary. We haven't. I don't know how our friendship started. It started from work. I know how it started from work, but I don't know, I cannot say 100% that you have had any feelings for me. You've been married all this time, and again, at one point I was married. Now I'm not married anymore. We're still friends, and we still been friends, and we still talk to each other. We still enjoy our company. We still laugh. We still smile. We still joke. We can still talk about women and about men, about church, about ministry, about God, about education, about employment, about family. So it just gets to prove that people can actually be friends without having to cross that boundary. I don't know if that makes sense for anyone or someone who might think you are flirting or we are flirting. It's just that we are good friends. We are really, really good friends. And as good friends, you get along very well. And let me tell you something. It is good to have good friends that you can get along very well with them, because as a good friend, they will not judge you. They will not judge you, because even your wife will judge you, your family will judge you, work will judge you, society will judge you, but a very good friend will not judge you. They will know your weaknesses, and they will know your strength, and they will not use them to their advantage. When you have even done something wrong, they will actually tell you that, oh, you have done this wrong, but they will laugh. The way they say about it is going to be a laughing issue. If you have an issue, just say in quotes, if you have an issue with your missus, you will tell me, oh, sister Cecile, I have this issue with my missus. We will laugh about it. And we say, oh, did you do that, Richard? Did she actually do that? Did this actually happen? We'll joke about it.
Not that I've mentioned anything about my missus.
Not that you mentioned anything. I'm just saying, for instance, we will joke about it, we'll laugh about it. On a serious note, I will say, okay, Richard, this is your missus, sort it out. That's what good friends are there for. Good friends are there to listen. And even if another friend has an issue, a serious issue in their lives, in their family, you kind of like make it easier, lighter, by trying to make small jokes around it, so for the person to understand that it's not as bad as they think it is, and to try to bring them back to the page, and again, off they go, sort it out. So I don't know.
Well put again, Cecile. Let me just check out and run by you and the good people out there this evening. I've got a friend who I was speaking about men and women being platonic friends, and is it possible? And we've had this ongoing conversation. Initially, his stance, a male stance, was men and women can, of course, be friends. However, with the course of time, his view, as recently as last week, had changed dramatically. He realized that his perception of relationships and relations with the female species split into two sections.
Oh.
Women who are friends, strictly friends, and women who are lovers or in a romantic zone. Strictly two ways. He found it very difficult to see any middle way, any middle ground. And it got me thinking, why do some people find it so difficult to have female friends or male friends, friends of the opposite sex? And secondly, it got me wondering about people who have been romantically involved or been, dating, couple of dates, or been interested and expressed, for example, some of the men who spoke to you when you were younger, and maybe even today, they may have expressed a romantic interest, but once the boundaries and communication has been clear and you have said, it's not going to work, can romantic relationships or dating situations be turned into strong friendships? Or would the lines be too blurred and emotions would be always bubbling under the surface and it becomes too hot to handle? Your take.
Well, I do think if someone finds it difficult to understand that men and women, or a male and a female, can be friends, just strictly friends, maybe because they haven't developed proper friendship in their lives. If you haven't developed a proper friendship, and you probably don't really, not that you don't know what is to have a friend, but you probably haven't developed a proper friendship in your life, you will find it difficult to understand it. But if you have got to the stage in your life where you have had good friends as male and good friend as female, then it's very easy to understand that friendships are more than just sexual relationship. Friendships are more, you can have spiritual friends, people that you read the Bible with. You talk about God, you discuss God, you pray together. It's a spiritual strength, a spiritual growth that you're growing together spiritually. So you're learning the scripture, you're learning the word of God, you're building each other. You are iron sharpening iron. The word of God says iron sharpening iron. That person will guide you spiritually, will lead you spiritually, will support you to have a stand in God spiritually, and will support you to be able to resist every or any temptation. So such a person, you will not cross any boundary, because you have a purpose. That's what we said at the beginning. You need to know the line. You need to draw the line to your relationship. Where do you draw the line? What is the basis of your relationship? If you have any relationship that has no boundary, that has no foundation, that has no limitation, then you find yourself doing anything, just like anything that has no limits, no boundary, no foundation, you do anything. But if you have a friends where you respect them, they respect you, respect their opinion, they respect your opinion, you value the friendship, they value the friendship with you, they value them as a human being, it's very easy to have a male friend, and nothing else apart from a male friend, because it might be difficult for some men or some women to imagine it, because maybe they haven't had male friends in their lives. So therefore, they always knew that any relationship that they will have with a man is going to end up sexually. Any relationship that they will have with a man, it must be just their family member. If it's not their family member, then it cannot be a nice side of relationship. That is because maybe the person themselves, they don't know themselves very well. They have weaknesses that they think they cannot sustain themselves in their weaknesses. So they feel like, if I'm left with a man, we're only going to end up going to bed. Or if I'm left with a woman, we're only going to end up ending in bed. So if they're not at that level, then yes, it will be difficult for them to understand that a man and a woman can be strictly friends. But if they are at the level where they know where they're going in life, what they want in life, they can control their physical and emotions, they can control their physical action, and they have a mindset that they know that these are the boundaries that I can cross and I cannot cross. So you have to be able to set boundaries in your life. What can you cross and what can you not cross? Maybe when someone hasn't set boundary in their life, it'd be difficult for them to understand that a man and a woman can strictly be friends. But if you know your boundary, you know your limitations, you know yourself very well, you know what kind of man you can agree to go out with or what kind of conditions, and then it's so much easier. It's a very, very much easier. To me, I don't see it very difficult. It's not difficult to me at all. Maybe because I will say with me, maybe because from the time I was very younger, I had more male friends than female. Female used to find me perhaps arrogant. I never was arrogant. I know it. Female used to find me a bit, some people used to say poofed off. Maybe because I was very quiet. I was a very quiet girl. I never spoke too much. I never move around too much like girl. You will do makeup, you will do hair, you will do this and go out. I never really did too much of that. I was a bit organized, like men. Men sometimes a bit organized. I'm talking about men then, were young men then were a bit organized. They know they go to school, they hang out with their friends, a bit straightforward. Their yes is yes, their no is no. So it never used to be mixed messages. So then I got used to men very well. I know that if this is time to study, if we fix 4 o'clock, they're going to be there 4 o'clock, not 5 minutes past 4 or 10 minutes past 4 because they were doing their hair or doing their nails. So if it's 4 o'clock, they there at 4 o'clock. If we say we're studying from 4 to 6, it's 4 to 6 and we stop. But with women, it used to be a bit difficult to handle. You will wait for that one. They're not there. They're not coming on time. They have too many things, to do. And my alarm. They have so many things to do at the same time. So
That alarm
yeah,
sounds familiar. I've got one just like that.
yeah. So on that note, I got used to being friends with men a lot more than women. Maybe that's why I find it easier even now. I'm a lot more friend. I have a lot more friends, men, than actually female, and I get on very well with them, extremely well with them, and I don't have any issue. And again, maybe because in my family, in my household, my family, I had a lot of brothers. I have a lot of brothers, and when I was younger, we all will be running around. We will go and bath. Our brothers are there. They are bathing. We are there. So it never used to be a big deal to us when I was younger. So maybe.
What's that sound I'm hearing? Is that one of your brothers there? I heard some sound there. It's back. Oh
no. So it never used to be a big deal. So maybe that's why I got used to men a lot more than female. I just
it's interesting that you said that. I don't want to just quickly interject that I grew up around a lot of females, namely aunties, and that made me so much more relaxed. And maybe I'm just listening to you and reflecting. Maybe that was in part, in essence, a reason why I found working with female colleagues, interaction at church with female sisters, with sisters in church, is very easy and very relaxing, and almost to the point that I don't find too much of a difference. The key thing is respect, enjoyment, good communication, good, strong, genuine, seasoned relationships. And that's the key. Whether man or woman, male or female, the key for me, and hopefully the others going forward, is how much do you respect that individual? How much, to what extent do you connect, empathize, can relate? Are they a good listener? Can you engage? Is there banter? So maybe akin to the boundaries, you know, what kind of games can you play within this particular boundary or the boundaries that you've created between you? And if you feel comfortable, similarly to how comfortable I feel with your good self, we can interact and banter and talk and listen and relate to each other, knowing that there's a healthy respect and regard. And I think that's one of the points that we should definitely leave good folk out there with, that having a healthy regard for an individual is one of the key things. So if somebody is attractive, if I'm attracted to a female friend or someone who is I'm seeing for the first time, and I realize that over the passage of time, we don't work out. It doesn't work out and grow into anything romantic. The key is that person someone who has that quality or qualities that can actually form a strong relationship with? Sometimes, for some people, it may be difficult. You've suddenly seen someone, you know that saying, love at first sight. It may be one way, but you could be, oh my goodness me, what an outstanding woman, what a fantastic looking woman. Vice versa, for a woman meeting a man. It might be difficult after things don't flourish and go in that particular direction for them to be friends going forward. And maybe it is one of those things, as I was relating to my friend earlier who said he only had two paths. Maybe it's all or nothing. And sometimes that can be the case. But if it's not the case, let friendship reign. Friendship is one of the strongest, most endearing and enduring things in this life, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And whether male or female, and to have actually a female, I'm tempted to say, and go as far as to say, having a female friend and a special friend or friends, outstanding. It's an outstanding thing to have, because you can relate and learn so much and engage and grow in so many ways. And it's not destroyed. It's not destroyed through liking the person. It's great if you can actually look at someone and find them appealing, but what is coming from their mouth, the aura, their ability, their characteristics, that's what brings the flavor. And that's what can makes me have a nice cuppa with my good friend Cecile, who understands my ups and my downs, my comings and my goings. Not all of them, I mean, but sufficient enough to raise a cuppa. And it's Saturday now. This is Friday.
I do agree with that. As we're going to leave our viewers and listeners, thank you so much for taking time to listen to us. Please share, follow, and subscribe. It's good to have a very good friend, because sometimes you will find yourself at a bridge. I will call it a bridge. Sometimes I call it a bridge. You find yourself at the bridge. You stand in the middle. You cannot go left. You cannot go right. You're stuck in the middle. You don't know what to do. You are at the point of maybe making a crucial decision in your life. It might be in your marital life. It might be in your work. It might be in your ministry. It might be in your finances or whatever. You could actually need a safe space to iron things out. And before you take that decision, you can have a very good male friend or a very good female friend who is not going to be biased, or who is not going to lead you to one way or the other. They will give you a perspective. They will help you to allow you to have the time to explore on what exactly that you need to decide. No pressure. They will listen to you. By listening to you, they will reason with you, and reasoning with you, you can come back to make the right decision to what is it that you need to do. So you are the bridge. You can fall down, you can go left or go right, or fall in between. So you need that friend that when you find yourself at that bridge, they can just be there holding you so that you don't fall to whichever side is not good for you. And you can have a friend who you just, sometimes you're boiling inside an issue that you think is really a big issue. And by the time you talk to the person, they will just say, oh, forget about that one. It's just a simple problem. Don't think of something that there are many times that I have had issues in my life where I think this is bad, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to make this decision, or I even have made that decision, because I get on so well with my spiritual leader, my pastor. I get on very well with him. So I will just go to him and I'm fuming, and I've already made the decision. Probably I've already blocked someone on my phone, and I'm thinking, this person, no. Let me just block them. They time wasted. Look at what they have done. Look at this. And he will just say one word to me, just say, you know what, life is not about that, just give the person the opportunity, give the person the chance, because it's coming from a point where someone is very objective. He's not taking side. He will say, oh, I understand this person has done this and done that, but what, just let it go, just do this. So they're not taking my side, they're not taking the person's side, but they're just giving me, he's just giving an objective view where I will think, okay, this issue that I actually thought it was big, but now somebody else can look at it and say, oh, it's not life and death situation.
Platonic.
Exactly. So men can
conclude.
objectively, easily advise you without taking any side, but they're just reasoning. They are appealing to your reasoning mind, they're appealing to your intellectual ability, because Platonic friends, they're not there to side with you, and they're not there to go against you. They're just there to appeal to your intellectual ability, to your moral ability, to your spiritual ability, to still reason when the issue is going the side that you don't want it to go, or you're taking a step that you don't want to take. So they're just reasoning with you. They're bringing you back to reason to tell you that, you know what, you are probably a bit more than that. You can overcome this situation. You can overcome this issue. And again, when you need laughter, you can just call them and you have a good laugh. And then when things are done, you're thinking, I need to talk to someone who I'm not attached to. Who can I just laugh and it just be a laugh? There's no string attached. There's nothing else to it. We are just having
the Platonic friend.
exactly. We are just having a good
persuasion.
laugh. You just have a good laugh, and then that's it. So it's just someone who is very good at listening to you. They can listen to you. They can encourage you without judging you. They can. It's a safe place for you, a place that you can. And again, remember, some people can have Platonic friends where they feel themselves when they are around that person, because there's no moral engagement, there's no expectation. Let's put it that way. People will expect things from you everywhere. Your husband expects, your wife expects, your children expect, your family expects, your work expects, your church expects, the society expects everything from you. Sometimes you cannot fulfill everyone's expectation, and your Platonic friends can just be one person who does not expect anything from you apart from just laughing with you when you need laughter, listening to you when you need someone to listen. They're not going to judge you. If you're not there late, they're just going to say, oh, you didn't turn up late. What's wrong with you? And then that's it. They're not going to keep it at heart. But anyone else will keep it at heart, and they make it a big deal. So yes, Richard, final word before we leave our viewers.
Keep calm. Drink tea.
Yeah, I can see that. Keep calm and drink tea.
Oh,
Richard,
yes.
final word.
My final word: can men and women be Platonic friends? After that word from the sister, I am happy to allow her space. The answer is unequivocally and resoundingly yes.
For the first
and
time.
more power to men and women being Platonic friends. It's fantastic. Good boundaries, strong boundaries, plenty of enjoyment, being yourselves. I salute. Have a lovely weekend, one and all. Cecile, take care. It's been a pleasure, my good friend.
It's been a pleasure being with you, and thank you so much for anyone and everyone who has taken time to listen to us tonight. Please share, follow, and subscribe. We see you again, same time, same place next week. Let's chit chat. Can two people from different sex or opposite sex be friends? I will definitely say yes, yes, yes. But like Richard said, know yourself, know your boundaries, know your limitation, know what kind of friendships you want. Don't go and expecting your friends to become your father, your mother, your lover, your auntie, your son, your daughter. They are just a space for you to enjoy yourself, a space for you to run to when you have issue, a space for somebody not to judge you, a space to give you a good laugh, because life is too short. Just for you to laugh, just for you to enjoy yourself. Someone who can borrow, you can borrow their brain. When things are difficult, you're suffocated and you need a brain to borrow, you can jump to them and you can borrow your brain, their brain, and they will not account for it tomorrow. They will not tell you tomorrow that, oh, I save you of this issue, I save you of that issue. That's what family are there for. Always say, I save you of this, or I save you of that. Good other friends or husband, they will always trying to bring back your faults and mistakes and say how they have saved you. But a platonic friend will not say they save you of anything. They will enjoy actually laughing with you, seeing you stumbling from time to time, and then being able to reason with you. And again, that's what life is all about. So look for good friends. Those who have not had that kind of friendship, trying to learn how to develop that friendship, you will understand that it is good to just strictly have good friends who can be there for each other. So
absolutely, and I concur with you. You can always go running to them, a good friend, but I'm not advising you to come run around and knock on my door anytime soon. The missus might not quite get it.
Have a great night. See you soon. Let's chit chat.
Thank you
so much. Take care. Bye.
Let's Chit Chat UK live stream. Hey, I'm Pastor Cecile Abba, a counselor by profession from Let's Chit Chat UK. This is the right space to explore real life issues affecting real people. We provide professional counseling to individuals, couples, organization, schools, church, and others. Follow, share, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Let's Chit Chat UK.